I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not, cause I stepped in my zone when I pulled into the I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like I was prime. I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Stello Stadium here in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. It is Northeast Junior High Football League action. Jason Roby calling that action for you. The man with the color commentary is Ron Ducky Welliver. The man on the moving pictures is the highlight guy, Steve Cody. And you are watching Nashua and Exeter set to do battle at the JV level of the senior division football, and it's going to be Exeter receiving the opening kickoff. It has been a exciting day of football action, culminating in the final two games here this evening. The first is the junior varsity round, and then later on this evening, the varsity round, which will see the undefeated Nashua Cougars taking on the Exeter Seahawks. Ron Welliver joins me up here in the booth. As always, Coach Welliver, nice to see you. He coached with me for many years. And your thoughts so far on everything you've seen here today, Ducky?
Well, I got to tell you, I love the kids starting out young, playing hard. You can see them getting excited, watching their body language. And as they fall behind and they make a nice play, their body language is right back in it. I love that part of it. The volunteer coaches, if I can hear me right, fabulous.
Yep.
Is one thing, now Nashua's got to be able somehow try to stop Exeter. And then we got the Nashua JV coming in here. The varsity's coming on next, and we'll deal with them when the time comes. But we're starting off. Nashua's kicking off. Exeter will receive. They're a little deeper than the last. These are the kids, the older kids. These are what, 6th and 7th grade?
7th and 8th graders. There may be a 6th grader.
It's a free ball over there.
Johnny on the spot there. Falling on it was number 16. Lucky for Exeter as coming up with it for the Seahawks was Winston Jones. And if Winston hadn't pounced on that football, it would be Nashua ball. And if you look at the numbers where the referee is right there, it was just outside of those numbers. That's kind of no man's land. And as Coach Welliver said, it is live after 10 yards. So good recognition by young Mr. Jones. All right, 1st and 10 for the Seahawks, who will one day be Exeter Blue Hawks. These Nashua Cougars potentially one day could be Nashua North Titans, as both of these high school level teams will prepare for the playoffs this Friday night. But the Exeter Seahawks will break their huddle. They'll come out. They're wearing their silver game jerseys, blue pants, blue helmets with the Guardian caps on. Nashua in their black uniforms with Columbia numbers. Wing to the right, 2 tight ends, 2 backs in the backfield. A little power off the right side, trying to bounce it. And a nice job of contain there. You're going to see for the Cougars, number 28 defensively did a fantastic
Toby
job.
Bong.
Yeah, Bong was, his job was to contain, set that edge and push everything back in, and that's exactly what he did. Exeter quickly breaks the huddle. They are in a double tight end set again, wing to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Fumble snap. It is on the carpet, recovering his own fumble. Luckily,
That was Declan McDonald, the quarterback for Exeter. It was just a bad snap early in the game, nerves or whatever, that happens.
I think Declan knew right away. He got on it. Fortunately for him, he'll head over to get the next play. And some of these teams, and you'll see later on tonight and today, Nashua will signal everything in from the sideline, and old school Exeter, they will run the quarterback to the sideline to get the play. All right, the down and distance. It is 3rd and 10 from inside the 40-yard line. Full house backfield, straight T action. And now they'll just run a power play off to the left side. Good penetration by Nashua. And it looked like that was big number 80, Johnny on the spot defensively for Exeter, or rather for Nashua, was Damian Calvin. And Calvin familiarizes himself with the halfback of Exeter, 4th down. And
You have to pardon my silence here as I'm trying to get the Exeter numbers that are all out of sorts. Once we get that down, I'll be able to jump in quicker.
Exeter jumps into their punt formation. And they have a split end off to the right, 2 personal protectors, double tight end. It's a good snap. Punt is a low one, almost blocked. It'll roll past the 50-yard line into Nashua territory. It'll be downed right on the 45-yard line, where the Cougars will set up shop. 1st and 10. Ducky, your thoughts on the first defensive series for the Cougars?
Well, it's a big difference from what we saw in the first 2 games playing Exeter. Exeter, as we know, like to run the ball 3-4 yards at a whack, kill the clock, march up the field. This was the best defensive stand we've seen from Nashua today.
It is possible that ball could have been tipped on the punt. There's a little conversation going on the side. The highlight guy himself is nodding, Steve Cody. I don't know if he's falling asleep or if he's agreeing with me, but he said, yes, in fact, it was tipped. Okay, so they're going to say run into the kicker. And
it was almost blocked, as we said. I think he might have tipped his foot or something.
If it was tipped, there can be no running into the kicker. That's the point. And after the ball leaves, but it's a 5-yard penalty. And right now, Exeter is deciding: are we going to go for it? It looks like they probably are. It's going to be a 4th down and 4. So that changes things a little bit. They'll break the huddle. 2 tight ends set. Wing is to the right, and now there'll be a conversation to be had.
Quarterback Gunmer Jameson comes out, and
4th and 5. So that 5-yard penalty is now actually marked 5 yards off instead of 6. Excuse me, Duck. Sorry. 2 backs in the backfield. Wing is to the right. Double tight end. Try to get him to jump off sides. They fake. Here comes the wing back counter. That took a long time to develop, and I don't know if he's going to get it. I don't think so. He's going to be short of the line to gain, and that is going to give Nashua a 1st and 10 going right to left on your screen. It was
the counter from Bryce Como, and he got a couple of yards up the middle, but not quite for a 1st down. And so it looks like Nashua's going to take over on downs.
The lights are on here at Stello Stadium, and we moved the clocks back an hour last night, so that's why
we got an extra hour's sleep. No wonder why I have energy still.
That's why, yeah.
And it's getting dark.
All right, trips to the right, split end to the left. It'll be the quarterback, number 80 for
Damian
the Cougars.
Calvin.
He's on the move. Is Calvin. He's got 1 man to beat, and he will do that. And he gets down the left sideline. No flags on the play. 6-0 Cougars. And Calvin, who we've seen a few times here this year, outraces the competition down the left sideline, and the Cougars take a quick 6-0 lead. 7-40
that was
into this one.
A no-brainer. They snapped it to the quarterback, like, here we come, stop us. And he ran off to the left side, and just nobody could touch him.
Well, that's what most teams do these days. You put your your fastest, most reliable guy at quarterback because you know you're going to do a lot of running of the football. You want the ball in the hands of your best player, potentially, your game breaker, so to speak. And on that particular play, it was Calvin. So he will line up again in the quarterback position, trips to the top of the screen, split end to the bottom. One back to his right. He'll take a one-step drop, fade over the left shoulder is no good. The slant was coming over the middle, and Calvin kind of threw it to the outside. So with 7:40 to go here, it'll be 6-0 Cougars. Jason Roby, Ron Welliver, and Steve Cody here for the highlight guy, calling all of the action for you. And before we get off and running, I want you to stay up to date with all the highlight guys' upcoming live streams. Subscribe to THG Sports Network and our YouTube channel today and never miss out on the games you want to see. Just go to thehighlightguy.com, choose the live stream page, and click the buy button. For YouTube, search The Highlight Guy and hit subscribe. We thank you in advance. Teeing the ball up for the Cougars is number 12. Get that ball set.
Anthony Lazo.
Lazo is will put the ball on the orange tee, the old school tee, and put toe to ball. This is our 5th of 6 games. We have one more exciting one coming for you in the nightcap, the bookend, as we started with the JV2s this morning from this level.
That Lazo name sounds familiar.
It is. There was a Lazo at Nashua North for many years. Yep. A little squib kick. And you know what? We've seen this, and a good job by number 2 for Exeter as they pick up that slow roller, and he'll have good field position at the 42, but would have liked to have seen him stay on his feet and try to get a little bit more than that. You know, it looked like it took a while for the Cougars to get up the field. Well,
I noticed sometimes the coaches tell if you get the ball, you just go down because maybe they're not ready to run the ball, whatever. And it's usually up to the coaches, not the player. And that was Hunter Harum who made that catch and fall down, if you will. It's 1st and 10 for Exeter at their own 42-yard line.
Double tight ends employed, T formation behind the quarterback. He surveys the scene, gets his offensive line down and ready. And it'll be a handoff to the outside. Number 20 breaks contain. Nice form tackle there by number 29 for the Cougars. It was
Ty Hickey.
It was a pretty good run by number 20. It was a nice job of getting outside contain as Bryce Camo was able to get to the second level, but Hickey had other ideas. As it is a 7-yard gain, we're looking at 2nd down and 3 from their own 49-yard line. 7:08 to go here in the opening frame. Double tight end again. T formation is the set of choice for this Exeter team. A little buck sweep and
nice play
in the backfield quickly is the defensive lineman, big number 66.
It's Julian Garcia.
Garcia said Garcia later as he threw him down to the turf. That'll make things a little more difficult for Exeter as a 3rd down and 8 is on the horizon.
Nice job by Garcia, who broke through the line. Not sure if it was a missed block or he was just shooting the gap there, but
could have been some kind of a stunt call or just a missed assignment up on the line of scrimmage. It happens from time to time. It happens at every level. But more so securing the tackle once he got there was of great importance. 3rd down and 8 now. Now there's a wing to the top of the screen off the double tight end set. 2 backs in the backfield. Little jet sweep off to the left side, and he has the edge, and he finally gets tripped up past the 50 into Cougar territory. We'll check the spot. I think they're going to give him the yard to gain, the line to gain.
Nice job tripping him up by number 29, Ty Hickey. As
they're going to get the first.
Camo sprinted to the outside to get the yardage. Hickey saved some yardage on that play.
It was I said it was a jet sweep. It was a toss sweep. Jet sweep would be if it was to the setback to that side. Toss sweep would be to the fullback, and that's who it was to. And they ran it to the fullback, who had lead blocking provided by the wing and the tight end, and a pulling tackle to that side.
Sweep is a sweep. It's just a matter of how you call it.
Who gets it? All right, here we go. Tight end wing to the right. Tight end to the top of the screen as well. A little window dressing. We'll see if they run trap. Toss, and that is a ball that is rolling, and it's still on the ground. and it's going to be Nashua ball. It looked like 28 was Johnny on the spot for the Cougars.
It's Toby Bong again.
And Bong, we've said his name a couple of times here today. And I'll tell you what happened. Exeter fell on it, and
it just slipped out.
Just kind of slipped out. Bong is the recipient of the ball that doesn't always bounce the way you think it will. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Chance to go up here 2 scores with 5:05 to go in the first quarter. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Split end to the top. Little handoff to number 3. He gets stacked up by the interior of the defense.
It's Carter Queenan on the carry.
Queenan found the sledding tough, but I'll tell you what, he went downhill and he picked up 2 tough yards on the play, staying ahead of the sticks. We've talked a lot about that today, staying ahead of those orange sticks. So very important in terms of your offensive play call. 2nd down and 8, ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line of Exeter. And the sun's starting to get a little bit brighter here in the booth. Shotgun snap, swing route. 1 man to beat, steps inside and does. Needed to pick up a block and avoided the tackler. Stays in bounds, and down he goes after a nice sizable gain.
Toby Bong again. Nice little swing pass to the left side made by Damian Calvin, and a nice run by Toby Bong for the 1st down.
And I might add a nice job of not blocking in the back on the perimeter there. That would have brought this one back. And that's just coaching. That's just good heads-up recognition of playing within the rules and letting your guy look. We always told kids, if it's a one-on-one situation and you have to perform a penalty, don't do it. Let's see if our guy can make a miss. All right, 1st and 10, trips to the top of the screen, split end to the bottom. 1 back joins Calvin in the backfield. They'll run the same look to the other side. It's a rainmaker, and it's caught there. And is it Bong again?
I believe it is.
It's either 28 or 29. Looks like 29 this time.
Yeah, that was Ty Hickey.
Ty Hickey. So 28 and 29 are Bong and Hickey, and they are just exploiting the outside fringes of the defense. They'll pick up four yards on 1st down. And we used to view our swing pass game and our screen game as like an extension of the run game. We just get it out on the perimeter and let your athletes make plays in space. Trips to the bottom of the screen, split end to the top, shotgun for Calvin. He surveys the scene. Takes the snap and steps up inside the block, and he's going to avoid 1 tackler and finally gets roped down. No, he
doesn't want to go down.
Going. Look at him drive. And it looks like he's going to have potentially the yardage to gain. It depends on the spot. We have a tough angle here. They're going to mark 3rd down on the stick.
He's run out of bounds by number 66. I don't have it on my list here, but a running back like Damian Calvin, you got to get him low. They hit him high, he's going to carry him. He's a tall kid. Hit him low, he'll go down.
3rd down and win. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. Calvin surveys the scene, brings motion to the field. They'll run the speed sweep, and he'll have to cut it up and in, and he'll get beyond the line to gain. Do you like that play call, Ducky? 3rd and 1. And I'm just, as a coach, what are you doing?
Right up the middle. You got 2 plays to get a yard.
So they'll probably come back and try that. I know exactly what you mean. It's you just ran 25 yards to get back to the line of scrimmage. Again, not to second guess, but a lot of times when you run that, what could you be setting up? Counter. Fake the speed sweep, come back with the counter. It's a long developing play. We'll see. I set Ducky up there. He laughed at me. Calvin takes the handoff right up the gut, met at the line of scrimmage and maybe thrown forward. Boy, I'll tell you what, that was
number 60 there, Thomas Desoy, made a nice play, and the ball turns over to Exeter on downs.
Wow, I'll tell you what, great defensive play, and
it was the right call.
A missed opportunity by Nashua. You almost wonder if that would have been the 3rd down play he wanted to run off of that motion, but second guessing is what they pay us for, so undefeated up here in the booth.
Okay, Exeter takes over 1st down and 10 from their own 14-yard line.
We know field position is important at every level of football, but certainly here as well. So Exeter backed up in their own territory. Wing is to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. There's that pitch to the outside again, and Calvin was there to meet him in the backfield.
Threw him down hard.
Yeah.
Nice tackle by Calvin.
Was number 4 on the carry for Exeter. Looked like Henry Roy got the call.
I like how Gunnar Jameson, after he handed off, tried to sell the quick pass to the opposite side to freeze those linebackers.
You know, that's stuff they work on in practice. Carry your fakes out, right? Ducky is the name of the game.
Don't
in
watch the play,
T-formation.
carry out your fakes.
Yep. Maybe you bring 1 or 2 guys with you that would otherwise have made the tackle. All right. Wing to the top of the screen, double tight end set, 2 backs in the backfield. And now they'll just do a straight dive, and he got the edge quickly, and he gets tripped up at the last second by 29. Was that Hickey?
Yes, Ty Hickey made a nice play.
I'll tell you right now, the edge was sealed and then kind of ducked inside and allowed the ball carrier to bounce out to the outside. Nice pickup on 3rd down. This is a huge play offensively for Exeter, Ducky.
That was very simple. Straight dive off tackle, straight ahead, and he cut to the outside like we talked about in the earlier games. And a nice play by Hickey to prevent a major disaster. Now it's 3rd down and 2 for Exeter.
What are you doing here if you're Exeter? Are you doing anything different?
I'd probably come back with a fake and a counter.
Wing to the top of the screen, tight end bottom, 2 backs in the backfield.
Oh, right up
There's
the
that
gut.
dive again, and that proves to be an effective play as Exeter is going to move the sticks. 1st and 10 Seahawks and a little more breathing room there. And you run the play that you're used to running, as that will do it for the first quarter here from Mata Field at Stello Stadium. It is the Nashua Cougars up against the Exeter Seahawks 6-0, but Exeter, with possession of the football, has a 1st down in their own territory, and they are moving. You are watching live here on the Highlight Guy. And by the way, I want you to make sure you check out EarthTech Systems. They're a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers save significantly on energy costs. Whether you're considering a new heat pump system or need repairs, their skilled team is ready to handle even the most complex of projects. Learn more about their cutting-edge designs and unmatched expertise at earthtechsystems.com. That's a lot of words right there.
Couldn't have come from a better person.
Opinions vary. All right. 1st and 10.
It's amazing how you memorize all those words.
Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it? It sounds
impressive.
like I'm reading. I have a teleprompter. No, I'm just kidding. I memorized my lines here today.
And 1st and 10 for Exeter at their own 25-yard line as Henry Roy runs right up the gut for the extra yard they needed. And just the start of the 2nd quarter, Nashua leading. Nashua Cougars 6, Exeter nothing.
2 tight ends once again. Wing is to the top of the screen this time. 2 backs in the backfield. That quick pitch, quick hitter, and breaks the first tackle and still continues to drive. Is a nice job by 32 there. Who was that, Ron, on that carry?
I'm looking.
32.
That was Jace Hamilton.
Yeah, Tyler Maxwell was on the tackle, and but Hamilton broke a couple of would-be tacklers to get up to the 31-yard line. So a nice gain on 1st down sets up a 2nd and very manageable 3 yards. We'll call it a long 3.
I'd like to thank the volunteers for printing out all these rosters. But please, if you're listening, if you print out a roster for the booth, put it in order of number of jerseys, not alphabetical order, because it takes us 2 or 3 quarters to find out who's what. Okay, Exeter has the ball from their 20 line. Quick pitch to the left side. Sweeping to the left is number 20. That is Bryce Camo. He gets about 6 yards out to the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about a yard and a half for the Exeter Skyhawks, is it? Did I get that right?
Seahawks.
Seahawks,
Yep.
not the Skyhawks. The Seahawks. I want to say Blue Hawks, but I know it's not it. It's C. Big play with 3rd and 2. Gunnar Jameson calling signals. Goes back, hands off, a straight dive right up the middle to.
I don't think he got it.
I don't think he did either. That's Bryce Camo with the run. Didn't see the number on the tackle there. Very close, fourth and about a half a yard to go.
I just want to let all the fans know that I'm very appreciative of all the rosters that we get.
Absolutely.
The numbers, regardless of whether or not they're in numerical order. Ducky just happens to be very, very needy and needs to have those in numerical order, and it's just. And so send all of your hate mail to Ron Welliver, care of the highlight guy.
But if we're choppy finding out what players are, that's the reason why.
I'm just kidding. Fourth down, they're going for it here. Will they try to get him to jump off sides? We'll see. No. And they're going to run power off to the left side, and they've got the yards to gain. Nice job by Exeter just staying in the tone of their offense. They ran a what we call a 27. It's a power play off the left side. They fake the trap, and then they run off the left tackle, and a nice job to move the sticks. And Exeter now has something going. And, Ron, you talked about earlier the problem with playing an offense like this is it costs you a lot of what?
Time.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
But that was a typical Exeter play right there. I'm surprised they don't run more of that. And they're out of the wing tee now. Wing is to the left side. Go, Jason.
All right, wing is to the left, and now they'll run a power play again. And look at the offensive, the side just open up. And so when you run an offense like that, they're doing something on the exterior. They're just blocking out with their tight end and their wing, and there's the opening on that side is gigantic. The linebackers aren't able to scrape over the top because they're being cut off by the offensive line. And what I want you to notice when you watch it back and when you watch the next plays forthcoming, every play that starts on that side is designed to cut back against the grain. So it might start to the right, but it'll finish to the left. That one started to the left and finished off to the right. Wing is to the left, two backs in the backfield. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. They'll run the exact same play. And again, with good success on first down, it was number 19 for the Cougars in there on the tackle.
Lucas Hernandez.
But Hernandez got in there only after 5 yards, was picked up on first down. And you love those plays when you can get 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards, because eventually they're going to hit you with a fullback trap that's going to go the distance. You heard it here first. All right, 6:10 to go. Well, because
you've been coaching against the Exeter offense for years.
It's the best play in all of football, in my opinion. Ducky says, everybody go deep. We'll throw it up the field. Let's run a fullback trap. All right, the huddle breaks, and up to the line of scrimmage come the Seahawks. Now they'll have a double wing a la Salem High School. Look for one of these guys to maybe go in motion. Could also be the fullback trap. We'll see. The fullback is really far back. They'll toss it off to the right, and he gets the edge again, and another good little fireman carry tackle there.
Ty Hickey again.
By Hickey, but just the ability to get the edge. Well done by number 20.
Bryce Camo.
And Camo was able to break the outstretched arms of number 80.
Damian Calvin.
So there it is. Ron Welliver has officially familiarized himself with both starting lineups. And I'll tell you what, I've never seen more highlighters and colors in my life. I feel like I'm in an elementary school art class. All right, 3rd down and 1 here for the Exeter Seahawks as they're trying to get the yard to gain. They're going to need about the 41 to make that happen. Double wing set. Again, that fullback is really deep. They're going to run a little draw play. It got snuffed out in the backfield. He broke the first tackle, broke off to the right side, finally goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Boy, that's an interesting call, isn't it? On
3rd and 1, they come back with a draw, which is a great call. And Kaiden Wynn had him in. It was 1 second away from a great play, and then Camo cut away off to the right side and made a big gain out of it.
Well, Camo has shown the ability to break the first and second arm tackles that he's getting. You really got to wrap him up. He's a strong young man who is able to
seems to be getting stronger as the game's going right now.
That's the sign of a signature Exeter running back, isn't it? All right, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Seahawks. They'll break the huddle, and they'll go back to the straight tee. That's the thing about the offense. You can window dress it any way you want. It's really the same plays. And there's that power play with two backs leading up through. And that time, looked like a nice tackle there. Getting off the pile late may have been 59 for the Cougars.
Yeah, it's Kyden Wynn on that play. Jace Hamilton with a nice run off to the right side. And it's 2nd and about 8. Thought he got more yardage than he did, but it's a nice play by Nguyen.
Well, I don't remember quite when this drive started, Ducky, but I seem to remember there being about 7 minutes, maybe 8 on the clock. And we're
This
almost
is a typical Exeter drive right now.
5 minutes into this one.
And they're still not even near the end zone.
Fullback a little bit closer. It's probably going to be a trap. No, it's going to be a little counter to the outside, a wingback counter. And they tried to pull him down. The alignment kind of tipped that one off to me because the fullback was closer to the line of scrimmage, which means they either were running trap or had to get him through on that fake quickly. And they
Damian Calvin in there in a tackle. Again, as a nice run by Jace Hamilton on the reverse.
So it's going to set up a 1st down and 10. Also in there on that tackle was Kyden Wen. But he had the chase from behind, and it's 3:04 to go in the quarter. Clock continues to tick. First down, full house, T backfield, behind the quarterback, 2 tight ends employed. They fake, and now it's a waggle. Throw is to the outside. He stays in bounds, and dragging him down was number 19 for the Cougars.
Lucas Hernandez.
The pass was complete to 38.
Here it is. It's Jack Spaulding.
Spaulding on the reception to the right side.
It's 2nd down and 10 for Exeter at the Nashua 18-yard line.
The one thing
Nice
to know
drive up the
whenever
field.
whenever they run those pass patterns, you always have to be aware of that tight end because he's running to the corner pylon. That's the route he likes to run on those waggle actions or those power flood looks with a backside tight end drag. You have 3 levels of routes. You had the out route by the wing or the back. You had the tight end on a corner and a backside drag from the backside tight end. All right. Tight end wing to the left side, 2 backs in the backfield. Straight drop back, little
Same play.
flare out. This time complete to number 33. He is wrestled down by 19.
It was Hayden Jones on the reception. A tackle made by Hernandez once again. Lucas Hernandez with a nice play out there. Not much of a gain. It'll be, I think, 3rd down and 10.
Clock will stop. Referees are having a conference here. We'll see what the call is on the field. The referee will address the home side, and we'll check what it is. Kudos to these gentlemen. They work a lot of hours on a day like today.
Still don't know what the call is yet. It's
An eligible man downfield against Exeter, so that's going to move them back. And if I'm not mistaken, it might be a loss of down. Let's see.
yes, 3rd down. Should be anyway. Well, there's a lot of silence up here because we're trying to figure out what the call is down on the field and if the 2nd down is accurate.
Yeah, I think it is accurate. So 2nd down, and we're going to call it 15 for the Seahawks. They'll huddle back up. The Exeter sideline looking for an explanation. They'll finally get it. I don't know if they're going to call a timeout. They want to talk about it to set up what they want to do here. They don't want to come away with no points on this drive. So we'll set the table for you. 1:33 to go here in the 2nd quarter. It is the Nashua Cougars nursing a 6-0 lead over the Exeter Seahawks, and they want to come away. They want to come away with something. It is 1:33 to go here in the half. You can take a look. The camera is fixed in on the Exeter Seahawk huddle over on the sideline there. Coaches are trying to set up a play, and we'll take a peek down at the Cougar huddle, the Cougar sideline here. They also trying to figure out just what they need to do. So you have all 3 of your timeouts remaining, and you have 1:33 to go. In a run-heavy offense, you're going to keep the clock running unless there's a 1st down. The clock will stop temporarily before they move those chains, before they move those sticks. So I'm sure they're going over their options both offensively and defensively, both teams, in terms of what to watch out for. We've seen a little bit of throwing here by the Seahawks. And
Yeah, Exeter's like to throw it little swing passes off to the right and left. Look for a fake on that swing pass, maybe hitting that tight end, dragging over the middle, or in a corner pattern.
I think you're on to something there, Coach. So we'll see if the Blue Hawks, or the Seahawks rather, are tuned into the highlight guy, and they're getting the live feed as well. Here we go. 2nd down and 15. Seahawks under center, full house backfield, T formation. They'll run the power off the right side, and Calvin is, or rather, number 40 for
Mike McKenzie.
the Cougars is McKenzie, and he was Johnny on the spot. Got rid of his blocker, threw him down, minimized the gain, and he kind of bent down the line of scrimmage a little bit.
I kind of like what Exeter did here because they're going back to what got them up the field, and I like that. That's what they do best, and they didn't have success that time, but they'll come back with a counter this time.
I think they're setting something up with that play. This is series football at its finest. One play sets up the next. All right, double tight ends, full house backfield, and here comes your pass. But this time, and that might be a fumble, they're going to say incomplete.
Yeah, Damian Calvin busted right through to break up that play and hit his counterpart, the quarterback, Gunnar Jamison. Nice play by Calvin.
Jamison didn't have a chance on that one, as the Calvin was all kinds of heavy on the hurry up to get in the backfield.
Nice call by the Cougar coach, calling a blitz on that play.
Yeah, if Calvin hadn't gotten him, there's no telling. There was a couple of Cougars barreling down, but Calvin definitely had a free run.
Almost got a fumble out of it, but I think his arm was going forward, making an incomplete pass. It's 4th down and about 18.
So an interesting play here. I think if you feel like they're going to throw the football, you want to back those secondary players up, as even if he gets 15 yards, you're okay with that because you're going to get the ball on the turnover. The goal here is to get to halftime with the lead. And you can see 2 deep safeties employed by the Cougars right now. They're not going to let anything get past them. And
2-minute motion. There's got to be a flag,
that's just a shift as long as they come set, which they both did.
They both did, yeah.
Here comes your lead draw again, or just your regular draw, and that's sniffed out. And it was well done, well designed. Like what the Blue Hawks did there, a little window dressing, send 2 wings out as flankers, make you think they're going to throw to those guys on verticals, and then run your little draw.
Nice call, nice play by Mike McKenzie to read it and blow it up so it gives Nashua the ball. Now the key is with 44 seconds left. They can't make a mistake.
Yeah, that's accurate, and we'll see if Exeter uses their timeouts. More impressively there for me, Ducky, especially at this level, is you mentioned McKenzie. McKenzie was not worried about those 2 wings that were flanking out because that wasn't his job. He stayed true to his job and did what he was supposed to do. Sometimes that window dressing can catch the best of us looking elsewhere. It did not, and Mr. McKenzie made a fine play.
There's 2 things I remember about you, Jason. Do your job. It doesn't take talent to work hard and be on time. Those 2 things I'll always remember. And
we had a lot of guys on time.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
McKenzie's in the backfield with Calvin. Looks like he's just going to be a blocker. I'm not sure if Calvin's just going to run it and protect the football here. He's going to pass. He throws downfield. It could be picked off. It's picked off by Exeter at the 29-yard line. Number 32 was, help me out here, Jace Hamilton. And Exeter's got the ball now with 37 seconds left.
So, you try to do just enough to not lose yourself the momentum and the game, and I like the chance that you take, but know where you are on the football field, right? You're inside your own 20-yard line. You got to be careful there, and the Cougars are fortunate that ball hung up as long as it did. It allowed them to get in position to make a tackle.
Give Jace Hamilton credit. Nice play by the defensive back for Exeter, and 1st and 10 at the 29.
2 tight ends employed, full house backfield. He almost dropped it. He's going to throw that out route again. He's got a man, and it is thrown back to the inside. Was intended for Jeff Coe, Comeau. Bryce Comeau was out there in the flat.
Coverage was Toby Bong on the coverage.
And I'll say this about that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, who got the opening kickoff? Was it Nashua?
No, Nashua kicked off, I believe.
So you're the Cougars. You're trying to get a 2-for-1 there, where you're trying to score and also get the ball in the second half. But I guess it's a glass is half full kind of approach. knowing I'm going to get the ball. Maybe I'm not as aggressive, but as it is, it'll be 2nd down and 10. Double tight end, wing to the bottom of the screen. 2 backs in the backfield. Drop back pass. There's that swing route again. It is complete to number 33. He breaks 1 tackle, gets down to about the 15, we'll call it the 16-yard line. Clock will stop briefly till they get those chains moved, and we'll watch the referee. He'll set that ball, and they'll start winding it. Nope, there'll be a timeout called.
Nice reception by Hayden Jones over there. Just a quick out thrown by Gunnar Jameson, and a nice tackle. He ran hard down that sideline. It's got a first and 10 now with 21 seconds left to go in the half. Exeter's got a shot here. How many timeouts they got left?
I'm going to say 2. They called 1 just now, so there's 2 timeouts. You have pretty good field position. They like that, as you mentioned, those little swing routes, those passes to the flat. If you're going to run those, you got to get out of bounds. So maybe the idea also is to run it into the boundary rather than into the field. The other thing you need to consider is we know that in this offense, it is a run-first offense. So anytime that quarterback rolls out, he's got the green light to tuck it and go, which is a staple in this particular offense. So have to be aware of the quarterback using his legs as a weapon on that rollout. Have to be aware of the 3 leveled routes that you're sure to get if you're Nashua, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about. Exeter probably, my guess, is setting up a couple of plays here.
You got to watch out for Chase Hamilton or Bryce Camo right here. With 21 seconds left, they got to go to their best backs. Now, will they pass? Maybe. But they'd have 1 timeout left, so if they do run it in an attempt to score the touchdown here, they have a chance to call a timeout if they don't get in.
Well, you know what play I'd run.
Yes, I do. Trap.
Fullback trap right up the middle.
That should be coming because they've been doing that fake pitch. They're in a wing right, tight end to the left, double tight end, wing to the right. Jameson back to pass, it looks like. He's rolling out. He's in trouble. He throws to the end zone. Caught at the 5-yard line by number 33. Hamilton, I believe. It's it's Hayden Jones. Nice play by Gunnar Jameson. Hitting Jones, scoring with 14 seconds left in the half. It's tied now, Jason, at 6-6.
Nashua should have been out of the half, and they run that pass play that gets intercepted. Unfortunate. I mean, you roll the dice, you take chances, but you got to, you have the lead, you're in your own territory, and you roll the dice, and that's what Nashua did. And, you reap the rewards if you come out with a play. And I only know this because we ran against Winnicott back in 2010. We're the number 1 seeded team in the state. We ran a jailbreak screen inside our own 20-yard line. It'll go 80 yards if we catch it. As it was intercepted, and Winnicott scored on the next play.
Quick pitch to number 20, Bryce. Come on for the conversion. Exeter takes the lead, 8-6 with 14 seconds left.
And I speak as experience is the best teacher, right? And so I come with. I come as a loving former coach that just wants to impart his wisdom on the folks. It's just one of those things that, look, if the pass is caught by Nashua, he might score, and you go up 14-0. But I always tend to look at it from the other standpoint is we should have been in at the halftime about 6 minutes ago. And now instead of being up 6-0, you're down 8-6. But life experiences, right? I could pick out 10 things that when I was coaching that I was like, I wish I could have it back.
Yes, we all have. Look, Camo is going to kick off, I think.
All right, a good game.
It is number 20, right?
Yeah, I think it's 20. But a real good football game here. And by the way, you talk about emotion. Changing the who's got the momentum. This comes to the right side. He'll break out. Needs to pick up a block, and then we'll get swallowed up there by big number 33.
Hayden Jones again.
Johnny on the spot. So it'll be 9 seconds to go here in the first half. And so
Nashua should be taking a knee here. And
well,
just
I
get out of
ask
the
you,
half.
when that interception was thrown, how much time was left? 37 seconds?
37 seconds.
Okay, so the difference between 35 seconds and 9 seconds. relatively the same field position. Well, actually,
Yeah.
you're plus 15 more, 10 to 15 more.
They might have a play coming here.
I
There's
think.
a
Well,
couple of substitutions coming in.
I think they're going to run a play.
Anthony Lazo comes in. They're going trips to the left. And looks like the quarterback
Yeah, he's.
is Damian Calvin's off to the right.
But look at the secondary. They're playing quarters coverage. They got 4 guys deep. What they're saying here, Exeter, is, listen, we'll give you anything you want underneath.
Yeah.
We don't care if you have a 5-yard completion.
Now
We'll rally up and
Nashua
make the
calls a
play.
timeout.
Yeah, because they saw the coverage.
Yep.
They saw that Exeter's lining up 4 guys. We used to call that Queens coverage. Queens meant 4 guys deep across, 10 yards deep. And we're going to give up everything underneath. Every secondary coverage has its weak spots. Cover 2, it's the deep middle when you're asking that Mike linebacker to cover the deep middle. Cover 4, you're giving up all of the outside stuff, some of the underneath stuff. If you're playing a cover 3, you can send 4 verticals at it. You're going to have a man advantage somewhere.
Well, the advantage right there would be Calvin. He's the tallest guy in the field. He can go up for the ball.
No doubt, but they're playing quarters, so in essence they have 2 guys to cover Calvin. What they're doing is they're playing to the trip side. They're playing too deep over that 3 receiver side. They'll probably run a linebacker deep over the top of it as well. We'll take a look.
The quarterback in there now is Jamison Maxwell, I believe, number 14. We'll see what they got here. Maxwell back to throw. He throws it deep. And it's picked off again by Exeter. Down to the 45, and that'll end the half. Number 56 picked it off. As we're looking for him on our sheet here. Well, regardless of 55, I believe it was. Jamison McGrail. That should be the end of the half, and we'll take the break. Halftime, Exeter 8, Nashua Cougars 6. See you in a bit.
I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not. I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like I was born. I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out with you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
Hi, this is Deb Cody with the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I have a passion for helping people, and I love to help people with their real estate goals, whether it's buying, selling, or investing. I'm licensed in New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine, and work with an incredible team, the Dow Group, which has been the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire for the past several years. Collectively, the team has sold over $1 billion worth of real estate in the past 20 years. If you're curious to know what the local market is like in your area, feel free to reach out via my website, deb.thedowgroup.com, and let's get connected.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guy can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Welcome back to Mata Field here at Stello Stadium in the Gate City of Nashua, New Hampshire. You are watching Northeast Junior High School Football League action on the highlight guy. Jason Roby, Ron Ducky Welliver, and Steve Cody on the moving pictures, bringing you all of the action here. It is game 5 of 6 on the evening. It is the Exeter Seahawks and the Nashua Cougars JV level senior action. We're getting ready to start the second half. It was Exeter ending that first half in a flurry, 8 unexpected points coming off of an interception, and they have the lead. They're going to kick the ball off to the Cougars, who will now prepare to return the second half kickoff. Ducky, your thoughts here on the going into the second half of what the Cougars need to do to have success here?
They should do exactly what they did at the beginning of the game. Run the ball hard, get Damian Calvin in the offense running the ball, move it to the move it in, move it out, off tackle. And it's a little bit different than the Exeter offense, but I think they need to run the ball and get back into driving up the field and get that body language back, excited to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right.
If that makes any sense.
There it is. That was David Butler jumping on that kickoff that kind of hung up in the air for a while and just died there at about we'll call it the 33-yard line, give or take. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars as they set up shop. Not sure what the conversation is. They might need a football. That would be my guess. That's a pretty important piece of equipment, isn't it? All right.
Everybody likes to get their own football in.
When we used to practice against the T formation, sometimes we would use a tennis ball. Sometimes we wouldn't even use a football.
You don't need to.
And you just read your keys. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars from their own 32-yard line as we start the second half, the third quarter. One more game on the ledger for this evening, and that is Calvin in the shotgun. Trips to the top of the screen, split end to the bottom, and it's going to be Calvin off to the right side. He's going to get wrestled down, and I'm not sure if he went to the right side or if he was supposed to go to the left side. As it is, it's going to be a loss, so they're going to lose yardage on first down, 2nd down and 11.
Nice play by number 33, Hayden Jones, staying home and doing his job like he has been all game. He's having a heck of a game over there.
You know, football, Ron, is a game of momentum, and we talked about how Exeter may have stolen that momentum at the end of the first half when Nashua thought they were going in with the lead at the half, and this is a Nashua team that has to make something happen here on 2nd down. All right, shotgun snap. Calvin hands it off, and they are just all kinds of ears pinned back as big number 20.
Bryce Camo again.
Yeah, Camo shoots that gap, and the Cougars continue to go backwards, setting up a 3rd down and 15 now, and now your playbook gets a little bit smaller in terms of what you can do.
Well, look for a pass play coming back here, but they hadn't much luck of that lately at the end of the half. But there you go, trips off to the right, and here's Calvin in the backfield with a running back.
There's your swing pass out into the flats. Is incomplete. It was well covered by the defense of Exeter. This is just a disciplined, schooled-up Seahawk team that was kind of just did their job, and in coverage that time for Exeter was number 59, and a good job of getting out there into the flats.
George Soller?
Soller it is.
Soller.
He came, he Soller, he covered.
It was intended for Carter Queenan out there on the left flat.
All right, here we
Not
go.
quite at the flat. Swing pass.
Trips employed to the top of the screen, split end at the bottom. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He has a little bit of room. Nice job of reading his block there.
That was a 4th down play, though, so now it's no turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs, and because they went backwards, that's, and I look at that, Ron, and I say maybe that's the play you run on 1st down.
Ty Hickey, a nice run, almost like a Wildcat offense.
Yeah, for sure.
Right to Hickey.
Well, it was well blocked at the point of attack, and he had a sizable gain, but he needed a lot more than he got because of the loss of yardage on the first couple of downs.
He got 11 yards on the plays. So it's 1st down and 10 for Exeter. Another good field position on the Nashua 38-yard line, Jason.
I hope that they go back to that play. All right, we'll move on to the first play for Exeter in the second half. Here, as Coach Welliver mentioned, they have good field position at the Nashua 38-yard line. Double wing formation, fullback in the backfield. And here comes the fake trap, and he just swallowed up in the backfield, and a nice play by big number 66. We've called his name a few
Julian
times.
Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia got into the backfield and introduced himself again to Camo, and they'll take a loss on first down. So second down, and we'll call it 14.
That was a huge play because they don't want Camo to get outside one-on-one with that cornerback out there. He's too fast. It's going to be a large gain before they finally make a tackle. Nice play by Garcia.
I think they recognized that formation. Fullback was a little tighter to the line of scrimmage. They faked that fullback dive or fullback trap, and they try to run Camo to the outside. Garcia was waiting for it. Second down and long now for the Seahawks. They'll break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like they're a little too far back that time.
All right, double tight ends. Wing is to the right, two backs in the backfield. And they get him to jump off sides. The left tackle moved a bit. We'll see. Yeah, they're going to call defense encroachment. So that's exactly what got him to move, was the encroachment of the defense. So they'll pick that yardage back up, so a free play, and that's just good coaching there. Look,
yeah, if they froze him to get the 5 yards back.
We need to get the 5 yards back and make it second and more manageable, and that's exactly what Exeter did. So good coaching on the part of the Seahawks. Second down and 8. Same formation employed, 4 down, or 4 defensive linemen, I should say. 2 of them are down. Here comes a power off the right side, and a good form tackle initially spinning out of it.
That's number 32, Jace Hamilton.
Yeah, it was Isaiah LeBoy on the tackle, and Hamilton kind of spun out of that. So
take your pick on who made the tackle. They had like 5 guys to the ball that
I think LeBoy was first there and got some help from his teammates. But that'll set up a third, and we'll call it a long 6. Been in the huddle a while. A lot of mileage put in by the quarterback here.
Jameson's going to be a cross-country runner
back and forth for sure. Yep.
I remember Bill Hardy used to have his quarterbacks run
all
to
the time. Well, you know who does that? Brian O'Reilly will do that occasionally. Obviously, Bill Ball will do that. Those guys have had some success.
Not a bad thing.
All right, wing is to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Sweep off to the right side. Nice job in the backfield there, but number 28, was that Bong?
That was Toby Bong again.
Yeah,
yep.
Toby Bong kind of getting good penetration and minimizing that gain by slicing down the line of scrimmage, almost a knife. We call it a knife move, where you bend down the line of scrimmage, and he did a good job. He obviously wasn't the contained player there. He was more of a C-gap destructive kid. All right, 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Huge play for the Nashua Cougar defense now with 4th and about 8 yards to go. They need a nice stop here so they can drive the field and get back into this game. Into the lead, I should say. 8-6, Exeter. 5:46 left to go in the third quarter.
A real defensive slobber knocker here.
Exeter's taking their time.
That's the offense. That's the way it is. The other team doesn't have the ball, and you're winning. So, right? If the game were to end now, they win.
They're staying in that wing right. He's back to pass. Got a man open. He's at back deep. He's got it. Way down to the 10-yard line is number 33, Chase Hamilton again. And I thought Jameson was going to go to the flat because he had a player open in the flat. And
well, that's recognition down and distance, right? I mean, you tell your team all the time, look, it's 4th and we'll call it 7. We've got to protect the back end first and then work our way up, because even if they get 6, it's our ball. And that's a mentality, that's a mindset, right? I'll give up 6 because they need 7.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those deals. And the quarterback, to his credit, rolled left, and he's a righty. So he had to readjust his feet. Nice job there. Wing to the left. Here comes the power, and it's a quick cutback, and every play in the wing tee is designed to do what? Cut back against the grain. Touchdown.
And Camo scores.
That's a great play design there. He took 2 hard steps to the left, got the ball, cut back against the grain, found himself in the end zone. So that is a huge play. And had about 4 minutes to go here, 4:46 to go in the third quarter.
Big 2 points coming up, Jason. With 14
well, no doubt. You can keep it to 8 points. That's a 1-score game with the 2-point conversion. So the Cougar defense has to be really dialed in. I love that play call that Exeter just had, I got to tell you. Double tight end, wing to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Camo on the toss sweep, and they will stop him short of the end zone. It looked like Laboy, was it number 3 in there
Number
first?
3 was in there, yeah.
Carter Queenan. And a good job by the Cougars to stop that 2-point conversion. 4:46 to go here in the third quarter. Momentum is a thing. It is 14-6 Exeter.
And they killed like 3-4 minutes off that clock on a small drive. They started at the 42-yard line.
I had a coach back when I used to play that used to say, if the game were to end now, would we win or lose? You know, in terms of looking at the scoreboard and knowing, you know, and if you're Exeter, we're winning. It's 8-6 or whatever the case was, if the game were to end. And so you approach it that way. And a lot of times you like to get that quote-unquote knockout blow or that, which is always nice, but it kind of keeps you.
Blow came back to hurt the Cougars in the end of the first half.
There you go. You said it. I didn't. All right.
No, I liked the ball.
Yeah.
Didn't go.
All right. Good return set up here. He's got an alley down the seam if he can get there. He still keeps
He's
his
still on his
feet.
feet.
Nice job.
What
a
a
good
run.
return. Is there a
Number
flag?
21.
Oh,
Jostani Cutter? Not a flag, is there?
Yeah, there's a flag. I think the officials are talking about it at about the 50-yard line.
Great run by Jostani Cutter from about 45 yards.
It's going to be a hold against the Cougars, and we saw a
bad.
penalty like that in the last game that really kind of flipped the script on that game. Was unfortunate. A nice,
great effort.
Nice special teams play by the Cougars, and that'll back them up 10 yards. That's a spot foul, so that's, in essence, that's going to be a 40-yard penalty or so.
Yeah, pretty much. They keep walking back here.
Wow, even more than that. My goodness. So that hold occurred
way back
10 yards from where the official is spotting it. That hold occurred at about, we're going to call it probably the 30, 34, 33-yard line. Wow. So 4:38 to go in the third quarter. It is a 14-6 Seahawk advantage. Nashua Cougars get the play called in from the sideline. It'll be trips to the top of the screen, split end to the bottom. Shotgun employed by the Cougars. Quarterback keeper keeps his feet, bounces to the outside, and picks up a few tough yards on first down. Looked like 16 and 55 were in there.
It was David Butler, number 23, on that play.
He carried the ball, and then defensively, 16 and 55 were in on the stop.
16 is Winston Jones, and number 55 is Jamison McGrail.
So McGrail and Jones got the tackle, but 4 yards picked up on first down, second down and 6. Motion into the backfield. Got to cut it up at some point. So he ran about 30 yards east and west.
Little sweep by Ty Hickey.
Maybe picked up a yard. We'll call it third down and 5.
There's 55 again. Jamison McGrail make the play.
Nice job by Exeter at getting off those stock blocks on the outside and minimizing the gain. As if they don't get off those blocks, he might still be running. 3:22 and counting. Big play coming up for the Cougars here as they need 5 yards to move those sticks.
If you notice, the original quarterback, Damian Calvin, is going wide to the right. Quarterback pass. It's a double pass. Nope. It's just a swing pass to the right to number 7. That was Isaiah LeBoy. Went nowhere, and it's going to be fourth down.
They're going to lose a boatload there. It's going to be a fourth down. We'll call it 12.
Imagine being punt formation as number 29. Ty Hickey goes back in punt formation.
All right, so here we are. It was 3rd and 5. The swing pass they took for a loss. They're going for it here on fourth down. Roll to the right. Taking a shot down the field. No flag. They were draped all over him.
All over, yeah, Calvin. And no flag called.
that's kind of interesting there is Calvin had the body position and looked like he
Chase
was,
Hamilton, nice job on the coverage, but yeah, he was all over him.
he was in what we call cape coverage.
Yeah, it was
He
cape
was being
coverage, all right.
worn like a cape. All right. So Exeter will take over 1st and 10 with 2:23 to go here, looking to further cement their lead and go up by 2 scores. And I think you'll just see a heavy dose of what they're used to running.
There's 10 players on the field. Maybe they're waiting for Jamison to come out with the play.
Could be.
Nope.
Here he comes, a lineman.
There's a lineman.
66 getting in on the action. All right, the huddle breaks. Double tight end wing is to the right. Toss sweep to the right side. Nice block at the point of attack. He'll bubble outside, break contain, and be tackled to the inside of the numbers. Flag comes flying in late, usually in the area of holding. So we'll have to check with the head official as he's pointing at the flag, wants to get the call.
Nice block out there by number 21. I don't have him on my sheet here for Exeter.
Yeah, just a good job. We're going to a holding call going to be called against the Seahawks. That'll back them up 10 yards, spot foul. They'll replay 1st down. We'll have to see where the ball gets spotted. Somewhere around the 22, 23-yard line. So my guess is that it'll be a 2nd down. We'll call it we'll say 18.
Yeah, I think you're about right there.
So
2nd and 18 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go. Clock is now running.
it's supposed to be running, but it's
Oh,
not.
the referee is waving it out. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Nope, still not running.
It's only a couple
There you go.
buttons.
Press the button. There
Always
we
find the guy in the white hat. He'll tell you what to do. Counter play.
Oh, it's one. There's Kamo wide open on the outside.
Oh, he cut it back
Cut
a
it
little
back.
early.
He had some good luck cutting it back earlier, but that was wide open on that outside.
Yep, for sure. And that's just, take what you see sometimes, too. That was number 19 on the tackle for the Cougars. Nice job on
Lucas
the perimeter.
Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez, and he's been busy today on that perimeter. The clock continues to run with 1:40 to go in the quarter. All right. Huddle breaks. 1:20 to go here. Double wing formation. The fullback is a little bit closer. You usually see that counter play. We'll see. And there it is. Ball's on the
Fumble.
carpet.
Ball's on
And
the carpet.
Cougars have it.
Alert play by number
66 again.
Julian Garcia.
Garcia.
Flubbed handoff, and Garcia was Johnny on the spot. Jumps on the ball, and Nashua's got it 1st and 10. He dodged a bullet there.
That is a huge defensive effort by the Cougars, as Exeter was just content to let that clock trickle down and take it into the 4th quarter, knocking on the doorstep again. And as it is, the Cougars now still down 8, but have a quarter and 1:10 left in this one to go. Twins top of the screen, split end, bottom of the screen, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff, bounce to the outside. He's got some wheels. This is number 29 around the outside. Finally pushed out of bounds. Maybe a late hit, no flag.
Nice job by Ty Hickey for the 1st down with a 15, 20-yard gain out there.
You'll watch that back on the highlight guy. That was a close one. It looked like Hickey was already out of bounds when he was given a hand or two. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Cougars. A nice gain on 1st down.
Huge set of downs for Nashua right here.
Well, field position being what it is, too. Important for the Cougars to get themselves out of their shadow of their own end zone. Twins to the bottom of the screen, split end to the top. Handoff. This time, bounce to the outside. And a nice job of cutting to the outside. And again, another 1st down call. He lost the ball, but it was out of bounds.
That's Lucas Hernandez, number 19. I like how he switched hands when he got to the outside.
Well, it's good that he did because
To the left arm, yeah.
he fumbled it out of bounds. And Number 16 was there to push him out. I think that was Winston Jones. But another flag exactly at the 50-yard line. They're calling this one back. And again, I'm all for calling the calls when they should be made, but that flag occurs away from the play, 10 yards back from, and as the referee, you're not watching the play, so you don't know. You have an assignment and a responsibility, but you don't want to become part of the game in that way. I'm sure it was a legitimate call in order for them to make it.
We'll have to look at the video on that.
Yeah,
one.
you'll have to watch
Look,
back.
The highlight guy.
Highlight
guy is here. We'll be able to watch it later.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button so you can be aware of whenever we schedule a live stream. And there's the beauty of the mute button, as we always say as well. All right, quarterback keep around the left side. Good fill by the linebacker. Another flag comes in late and about 20 yards away from the play.
He doesn't want to go down. Is that number 23? Is that David Butler? Nice run by Butler, but that may be coming back.
I think it's 19, Ron. I think it's 19 on the carry. Oh, maybe you're right. 23. You're right.
23 is Butler.
Good job.
David Butler.
The Butler did it, but unfortunately there's a flag behind him, and everybody's walking backwards. They're going to call another hold on Nashua away from the play. All right. I'm not going to say the same thing I said before.
Jason, easy.
No, it's all good.
We're Cougar fans up here. We hate to see these flags.
You know what? You know what
seconds.
That makes me want to talk about? Earth Tech Systems. They're a premier provider of heat pump technology with a strong specialization in geothermal HVAC systems. By championing energy efficiency and sustainability, their innovative solutions not only prioritize environmental benefits, but also help customers save significantly on energy costs. For more information, go to earthtechsystems.com. That's earthtech, T-E-C-H, systems.com. All right. First down in a bunch. Cuts back against the grain, and now again avoids one tackler.
Great effort by Ty Hickey on that run.
Hickey avoided the first tackle around the right side and was able to get forward by a couple. And
second and about 19. That's the end of the quarter. The end of 3 quarters of play. It's the Exeter Seahawks 14. Our Nashua Cougars 6. Anybody's ball game, people.
For sure. The Cougars are still marching down the field trying to make something happen, and they will try to continue to get vertically up the field and back into this one. And they got to just stop committing penalties away from the football that have no bearing on the play. And unfortunately for them, it marches them back.
It's cost them dearly.
It's cost them dearly. And if you're Exeter, you'll take it all day long because why? You're winning. All right, so that'll allow us to talk about Luke's Bar and Grill. Definitely need them now more than ever. Luke's Bar and Grill, you're stepping into more than just a restaurant. It's a family-owned and operated spot that's been serving the community since 2019. Their motto is simple: never forget where you came from. With a commitment to good food, great service, and giving back, Luke's is where neighbors become friends. Visit them today at 142 Lowell Road in Hudson, New Hampshire, or online at lukesbarandgrill.com. That's Luke's, L-U-K-S, barandgrill.com.
Okay, second and about 18 yards to go, maybe 19 from Nashua from their own 32-yard line, Jason.
I'm thinking at this point you have, my guess is they'll go for it on fourth down depending on where they're at. And if that's the case, you need to get about 5 to 6 yards per carry or 5 to 6 yards per play. So twins to both sides. That's the way I would approach it. Yeah, and they do just that. Quarterback keeps it. He's going to get that and then some. He's on the move. He gets the first down, out of bounds, pushed out finally, but not before he gets into Seahawk territory. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars on a fantastic run there.
David Butler made a nice fake in the backfield, then just sprinted off to the right side. All the Exeter defense went to that first handoff. Boom, he has a good about 23-yard gain down to the 38.
Yeah, it's a nice little counter play that Butler ran.
Quarterback
and you're right.
counter, yeah.
Quarterback counter. Then they can catch the defense with too many players on the field if they snap the ball. They get off in time. And here it comes again, and they get by that blitz. And when you blitz and miss, guess what happens? Things open up at the second level. They were bringing heat there and running right past that blitz.
Ty Hickey.
Went Ty Hickey, and he found himself on the opposite side of the 30-yard line. We're going to call it second down and 1 here. Or they'll give him the 30, just at the 30-yard line. Another handoff goes by the stunt again. They're bringing heat from the opposite side, and well done by the Cougars. Just, yeah, you want to come off the edge? That's fine. We're going up the other side, up the middle.
Right up the gut. Nice, easy play. Handoff up the gut, and it's another first down for Nashua as
And
they drive
Exeter,
up the field.
Exeter continuing to shovel players in and out of the lineup here. Not sure if they had a different look or a different group of guys that they wanted to see, but the Cougars are exploiting it. Twins to the top, twins to the bottom. 2 players in the backfield. Motion across the formation. They go east and west. Breaks the first tackle. Reads his block nicely and got vertical. Did you see that, Ducky? We talked about that.
Cut right up the field.
2 kick-out blocks. Find the backs of your blockers and get up the field vertically.
Nice run by
job.
Ty Hickey once again. And quarterback David Butler's got them moving right up the field. And watch out for Damian Calvin wide right there. They don't need to throw it right now. Drive the field, get in the end zone, and keep doing what you're doing.
Well, now might be a time where I take a chance at it, but if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. That play between the tackles, and you know what I liked, what I saw there, the play was not designed to bounce to the outside. I think it was designed to stay between the tackles, and even though the gain was minimal, you didn't take a loss there by trying to do too much. It's third down now and manageable. You have 2 downs to get 2 yards.
Ty Hickey comes out limping. I think he's coming out of the game here.
Hope he's doing
I
okay.
thought it might be a fake limp, so maybe they won't cover me or double cover me, which we've been known to do before.
Speak for yourself.
And number 19, Lucas Hernandez. Yeah, we used to have the outside receiver fake like he's angry he's not getting the ball. And then we hit him.
Oh,
As soon as the
gosh.
cornerback, he starts talking to them.
Trips to the outside, down the bottom of your screen, split end to the top of the screen. Maybe a quarterback ISO here. We'll see.
Yeah, that's
it is
exactly
that.
what it is. Good
And
call, Jason.
they didn't quite block the backside, and he falls forward. I think he still has possession.
Third and about 1. Very close to a first down.
I think he may have gotten it. He fell past the 15-yard line. They're taking a look. They're going to call timeout here, and they're going to say first down. Move the sticks.
Yes, first down, Nashua Cougars.
Like the play call.
Best drive of the game so far, Jason.
Yeah, they'll wind the clock 7 minutes to go. This is Exeter-esque, kind of getting them with their own medicine. But Exeter, they're okay with it. You know why? They're winning. All right, here we go. 14-6, 6:48 and counting. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Quarterback again, swallowed up in the backfield.
Not that time.
Big number 55, shot that gap.
Jamison McGrail shot right in and took that quarterback off tackle. It was a basic run play. Straight run. They've had some success with it, and Butler took a big hit from number 55.
Well, they guessed right. They've been bringing heat, and they've been missing, or guessing wrong, if you will, and this time they guessed right. So second down, we'll call it 12, loss of 2 on the play. Trips to the bottom of the screen again. Quarterback rolls to the right. Quick shot out to the perimeter. Tries to get the edge. He does, and I think he might have enough. Well, he'll get past the original line of scrimmage, rather. It'll be third down. I was looking at the wrong yard marker on the highlight guy screen here. I finally looked down to the field and see that it's going to set up a third down and manageable 3rd and 6. But again, you have 2 downs to get 3 yards of play. That's the way that you need to approach this. We don't need all 6 yards right now. We need 3 yards now and 3 yards on 4th down.
Ty Hickey, the workhorse here in the second half, with a nice play to get outside and cut that corner.
All right, Twins to the top and bottom of your screen. Quarterback needs the play, finally gets it. Here comes the motion into the backfield. They decide to fake the east and west. He breaks the first tackle, bounces to the outside. He's going to try to keep going. He does. What a great individual effort there.
David Butler just scrambling for yardage.
And the Butler cleaning up there on the outside. Again, what did we say? You need to get 3 yards on 3rd down and 3 yards on 4th down.
Now
they
here
got
we
4.
are, 4th and 3.
You need 2, maybe 3 here, a long 2. But it was a great effort. And
5:24 left to go in the game, regulation time. This is the biggest play of the game right here, Jason.
Well, this is huge, and you want to get that first down to keep the drive alive. You also, if you don't get it, you think in field position. They get trips to the top of the screen, split end to the bottom. They're going to take a jump ball to their big man.
And he got a touchdown!
And Calvin goes up over the arms of the defender. The defender puts both palms up, says, "What do you want me to do?"
What a play and you knew Calvin, sooner or later they're going to go to him. That was a perfect call. Trips off to the left. Calvin had one-on-one coverage on him on the outside there, and he's got the height, throw it up high, and he didn't even have to jump.
The question becomes now, it's a 2-point conversion. They'll put the ball in the middle of the field. You wonder, do they go back to Calvin? They're still losing 14-12, so this is a huge 2-point conversion.
Now this is the second biggest play of the game.
Yeah. But again, even now I'm feeling a little bit better about my chances in terms of playing some solid defense here. Look at this formation. There he goes again. They're probably telling him to go double. The handoff to the outside, cutting up. He's in.
Touchdown. Second extra point, I should say.
2-point conversion is good. Number 19 there takes it in off the left side.
Lucas Hernandez.
Hernandez breaks through, and you could see the Exeter players were kind of pointing at Calvin saying, do we need to send more guys over there? And so window dressing, right? And a great job by Hernandez to go off tackle, keep the feet churning. And don't look now, folks, we are tied 14-14, 5:03 to go in regulation. What a game, Ducky, what a game.
I like Ty Hickey did most of the work coming up the field. He limps off the field. Everybody steps up. Great play by Calvin, a nice throw, and a couple of runs by David Butler.
Hickey, Butler, Calvin, they're in this.
And Hernandez tops it off with a big 2-point conversion. Great job by the Nashua Cougar team.
Well, your big players make big plays in big games, and they're certainly doing that. All right, here comes the kickoff. He'll put his right foot into the ball. Nice kick there. That's a live ball. You got to hustle back and get that. Takes a funny bounce. He'll fall on it. And that's number 38. Fortunately for Exeter, he was able to gather it in.
Jack Spaulding gathered it in. That's a beautiful kick.
And now, Ducky, what happens is it becomes a field position game. You know they like to throw to number 33 on any passes they get. I think that's Hayden Jones.
Hayden Jones, yeah.
They've used him in the past, but also this is an offense where you feel like, okay, it's a grinded out type of system, and you're inside your own 25-yard line. The game of momentum shifts a little bit. I'm sure that Exeter is comfortable with this, but so too is Nashua, knowing that if they can get a turnover on downs, they're in pretty good shape here.
They got a shot to get in the end zone.
Double tight end, wing to the top of the screen, 2 backs in the backfield. They'll run that handoff to the outside, a slow developing play, and Nashua waiting for it there. And now on second down, you start to wonder at what point do you use those timeouts if you're Nashua. If you get a good stop here, you probably let the clock continue to run because you're still going to be around the 3.5-minute mark when this thing is all said and done.
Big play again by Julian Garcia. He's starting to get his name called an awful lot this second half.
Well, I think they're going to try to set up that wing-back counter, if I'm not mistaken. They're really showing a heavy run tendency to the wing side.
And I don't think they want to put it in the air right now. They want to stick with what they do best.
I think you're going to get that wing counter.
Here it is.
There it is.
There it is.
And there it is. Nice tackle.
Nice play by Calvin. Damian Calvin, number 80.
He gets up a little gimpy. He's okay. Coach probably asked him if he's okay. He gave the thumbs up. So huge third down. And again, as I said, we're going to be inside of 3:30 on third down. They're going
to take him out.
Ooh. Okay.
In comes number 14, Jamison Maxwell. Take that outside linebacker position.
Well, and maybe the reasoning there is because, the ball is on the near side hash, which is where Calvin was playing on that particular play. So maybe they feel like the sideline is an extra defender here on 3rd and 11. All right, we're looking for 33 here. Potentially, you tackle.
There's the flag.
Yep, stood up out of protection. And by the way, you know what the play is going to be now because what did the tackle do? He stood straight up. He didn't fire out. So that's an indicator as an offense, or as a defense rather, that this play is a pass if you didn't already know it.
Well, they know it now, and now they're back 5 more yards. It is 3rd down and about 16 yards to go for a first down. And Exeter might be in trouble here, Jason.
Timeout, Nashua. So as I said, when we get inside of 3:30, this is when they're going to start taking a look at those timeouts, and Nashua's calling the timeout now. And here's why they're doing it. Because they know on 4th down, Exeter's probably not going to go for it on 4th down if they have not got where the original line of scrimmage is. They're going to punt that ball away, try to play defense. So if you're Nashua, what you're talking about here is, okay, we need to be aware. We need to keep them at least, 4th down and 8, 4th down and 7 at most, to make them have to punt the ball away. And I'm sure that's what Coach Travis and the staff is talking about down there. If you're Exeter, you're probably drawing something up here, but you're telling your team, look, no turnovers, no more penalties, ball security, because as it is, the game is still tied. We don't want to give them the ball down here, inside our own 20-yard line, because there's a very real possibility we won't get the ball back. And so that's the conversation that's being had here.
So many things could be happening here. You heard from Jason Roby, who's been on both sides of these situations. And Exeter comes out, 3rd down and about 16.
It's the game of the day, Ducky.
It's the game of the day. It might be the biggest play of the game right here for Nashua anyway.
Two good teams, well coached, well disciplined.
They're coming out with a double wing, single back in the backfield.
They might fake the counter and have the quarterback keep it. We'll see what they do. It's a pass play. They're shooting the gap. They hit that swing route, rallying up, and they found number 33, but he does not have enough.
Good call, Hayden Jones, Jason. You thought they might be going to him eventually.
Yep.
And he's lucky he didn't fumble that. As he tried to break that tackle, that ball was flying out there.
Well, you saw there were 4 Cougars surrounding Jones as they knew it was coming too. Timeout for the Nashua Cougars. Interesting call there, as it's going to bring up a 4th down, and they're going to punt it away. What that does to Nashua, however, is that's only going to leave them 1 timeout in your pocket, which with 3 minutes to play in the ball game, that should be ample amount of time to get down the field. And if you can't get a first down, it doesn't leave Exeter any time. So that's what you're hoping for here.
I thought they might be calling both plays from the last time out. When they go to 4th down, maybe they have a punt block situation. But maybe that could be setting up right now.
Well, you also wonder, they've been called for running into the kicker penalty earlier in the day, and you're probably, you're the coach and staff down there, stay off the kicker. Look where we are real estate-wise. We have an opportunity to get the ball inside their 40-yard line, going in. So
what is the overtime situation on these?
Well, I think they do it like high school where they play the 10-yard line and you get 4 tries. I don't know what the extra point rule is in terms of, do you have to go for 2? Everybody goes for 2, it seems anyway. So we've run into one team that tried kicking it. I believe it was Derry was the only team we've seen kick an extra point so far this year. They were 1 for 7. So, but we'll see. It's a 4th down play. They are in punt formation. He'll be set to put toe into the ball at about, we'll call it the 7-yard line if I had to guess. And it looks like Nashua just protecting against the fake. Ball is away. It may have gotten a piece of it. It's going to take a roll. He did not touch it, hopefully. They're going to say he didn't touch it.
Number 89.
Oh, very fortunate is Nashua there, because as it is, you can see the palms up stance. The referees are talking about it. He says, I did not see a Nashua player touch it. If he did touch it, it's going to be Exeter ball.
Not sure what the signal is from the sideline. Poison, get away from it.
First down, Nashua. And as I said, inside the 40, and actually that's all the way down to the 26. So the Cougars are fortunate there that they did not touch that ball. That would have given Exeter new life. 3:06 to go in regulation. And
David Butler gets the play from the sideline. He's done a heck of a job this second half at quarterback.
I hope they don't let the game end in a tie if that's how it were to end. Handoff. 2 hands on the ball, cutting back, and a nice tackle there. It was number 29 on the carry for the Cougars.
There's Ty Hickey
again. Good, solid form tackle.
55 on the tackle. That is Jamison McGrail.
Clock continues to roll here. 2:46 and counting. Ball is exactly on the 25-yard line. You have a feeling at some point they might go back to that jump ball. He'll start with twins, motion away, and do the jump ball. Trips to the top of the screen.
Look at that, a safety cheating over to double cover number 80, Calvin.
Well, they've got 2 covering 3 at the top of the screen, so you kind of like your chances there, too. They don't waste any time, and Calvin, who was in his hands, they did a quick stop route, going to let him operate in space. Instead of going deep, they were bailing over the top, and Calvin had to go off of his hands.
Yeah, he was trying to spin before the ball got to him. I think if he caught it, he might have spun out of that tackle.
The good news for the Cougars here, Ron, is that it's 4-down territory, so you have 2 downs to get 9 yards. So we're talking about 4 yards and 5 yards. We'll take what they can get here and set up a potential 4th down play.
Might go right back to it.
And it's going to be the quarterback. He'll bounce out, breaking 1 tackle. Got to stay in bounds, keep that clock running.
He's out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
They are going to wind it. That's a good move there to stay to go backwards, and that way the clock keeps running. 2 minutes to go in this one. Big 4th down play coming up. 4th down and 6 for the Cougars. This is the play of the game right here for Nashua. Can they keep the drive alive inside of 1:30, or will they turn it over on downs, giving Exeter life one more time?
Ty Hickey comes in for number 19. Lucas Hernandez. Is that Ty Hickey that came in at 28?
Well, Hernandez has had
Toby
himself
Bong.
quite a
Toby.
good game, too, as has Toby. Motion across the formation. Here comes the counter. He dropped the ball. He had a chance. Keeps his feet. The referee's going to blow it dead. He was not down on his knee with the ball in hand.
Yeah.
But, anytime the ball changes hands more than once.
I like the call, though.
It's a good call. It's a
reverse.
good call, yeah. That was a Ron Welliver staple. Although I think you had a triple reverse throwback pass.
I
or
have
something.
that in the past.
Yeah.
The key with any of those plays, you've got to practice them 10, 20 times in the practice field, even before the game, just in case you need it.
100%.
And they might be doing that for all we know. But that's what happens when you got the ball being handled. Things happen, and unfortunately, there's still 1:25 left. This game is far from over. Connor Jameson under center.
Toss sweep to the outside. Cut back against the grain, and the clock will continue to run inside of 1:15. And we have a timeout. I don't know if it's an injury or if it's a timeout by Nashua. They did say Nashua called timeout, so that player
Number
won't.
38. I believe it was Hunter Kerner. It looks like he got something in the eye or something.
I think they called a timeout for Exeter. So Exeter timeout with 1:17 to go in regulation. You know what play you should run here?
Counter.
Fullback trap. They haven't run trap all game, Ducky. They haven't run a trap all game long. They've run dive. No trap, though.
That's right.
Just saying.
Keep an eye on the guards.
All right, so the Cougars battle back from down 8 to score late, get the 2-point conversion. They have the ball in real good field position, unable to get a first down, turn the ball over on downs to Exeter. And now the Seahawks have a 2nd down and 3 from their own 33-yard line. Jason Roby calling all the action for you. Ron Welliver is the man on the color commentary, and as always, the highlight guy himself, Steve Cody, on the moving pictures. It's been a long day, but a great day of football. The lights are on here at Stello Stadium. Full house T backfield.
2nd and 4 for Exeter.
Straight drop back. And now he'll roll to his right. Got to get rid of it.
Could be a fumble.
They're going to call his arm was going forwards.
That was number 2, Hunter Harem. For some reason, Gunnar Jameson wasn't out there, number 10.
So double H on the rollout to his right.
Double H, I like it.
As opposed to Nashua's own Triple H. A lot of people don't know Hunter Hurst Helmsley, also known as Paul LeVake.
Also known as Paul LeVake.
Paul LeVake, a Nashua High graduate. and now one of the lead executives at the WWE.
And a complete gentleman, I might add. I've met him a few times.
I would say we should induct him into the National Athletics Hall of Fame for his contributions outside of...
They need some new ideas anyway.
Well. Okay, third down, big play coming up here. And now if you're Nashua, you might start thinking about timeouts here, depending on how this third down play goes. Exeter will probably go for it on fourth down regardless after the last punt. Rollout to the right, stepping up in the pocket, a sack. We'll see if they take a timeout. They probably should, and I think they do. And they do just that. So
nice play by Mike McKenzie.
Big Mac.
Keeping that quarterback in his grasp, puts him down, and now it's a big fourth down for Exeter.
Yeah, Big Mac on the play. Now, if you're Exeter here, Ron, let me ask you this question. Do you go for it on fourth down as opposed to punting it? In terms of what the last punt was,
Depends how much confidence they got in their punting game.
Okay.
And that we don't know. I mean, the kid can kick. I've seen him kicking earlier, so it's just a matter of getting it off on time. But
do you risk a punt being blocked?
Do you risk the snap?
You risk the
you
snap.
Risk a bad
you risk
snap.
the punt. I'm almost inclined to say, you've got to do something that gives you a chance to maybe change the field position a little bit. I think I'm probably punting it and then taking my chances defensively. But a lot can go wrong on a play like that. So we're about to find out, once again, why we're sitting up here and not down on the field calling the plays.
It's a whole quarter of football in the last minute and a half.
For sure. It's been a good one. 62 seconds to go in regulation. The Exeter Seahawks will come to the line of scrimmage, and as we thought, they will shift or are set up into their wing T offense.
Yep, good call, Jason.
They will run a play. It's going to be a handoff to the outside. He has the edge. Another block. No holding called. And then some. Off to the races. He does not get pushed out of bounds. He stays in bounds. 57, they're going to say.
They called the whistle. They called him out of bounds.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to say he stepped out at the 40-yard line. It will be a first down.
Oh, Bryce Camo said, what do you mean? It was pretty close to that sideline there, but I didn't see it.
Well, certainly from where we are, hard for us to tell, but
it's a great call
goodness.
By the Exeter staff and a great execution.
And if you're Nashua, you really needed to take away those outside seams. And boy, oh boy, double wing, maybe a fullback track, maybe a wing back counter, maybe a pass. I've just about gone through every play in their playbook. Here's the counter. They'll run it to the same side. And I'll be honest with you, Ron, I thought maybe there could have been a holding call there against Exeter as well, but none forthcoming. We'll see if they will use a timeout here. They will.
And Bryce Camo thought he had a touchdown there.
That makes two of us.
And I thought maybe they might have called him out when he got pushed.
Exeter called the timeout here, so an interesting call for them is they used the timeout, so they stopped the clock themselves. Interesting play there. Maybe that's because there is no overtime at the JV level. We don't know.
We'll find out in about 55 seconds of playing time.
Not if they run another play like that to the outside. Steve Cody, the highlight guy, pacing back and forth up here in the booth. He cannot believe what he's seeing. He has his fingernails in his mouth chewing. It is unbelievable. You can cut the tension up here in the booth with a knife. All right.
Exeter comes back after their final timeout, I believe, Jason. So now they have to think about getting out of bounds if they do start driving the field.
Well, if you call a timeout, that just means you're either talking about ball security or you're thinking about taking a shot. I'm not sure you want to do anything that puts you in a terrible – oh, and in the backfield, and now if you're Nashua, do you call timeout? They're going to wind it. I don't know if they have any timeouts left. I thought they had one. But as it is, that play clock will continue to wind down. And Exeter in the hurry up here, Ron. They're going to run that play to the outside here again.
Number 13.
Oh, face mask.
It's a face mask. They got the flag on it, yes.
And that's going to move them forward 15, but you're living dangerously here. A little gamesmanship back and forth between the two teams.
I don't have who number 13 is, so we'll call him Mr. X.
Was it 13 or 18? 13?
It looked like 13 to me.
All right. 13 from the Cougars. You're looking at the wrong roster.
No, the running back, the quarterback for Exeter was number 13. Gunnar Jameson was not in for that play. Now, it is first down for Exeter at the 45-yard line with 26 seconds left.
Well, this is the longest 42 seconds in the history of football, folks. And once again, Exeter just they're now over midfield, and now you kind of roll the dice. And
they're just playing chess out there. They're not playing football. They're playing chess.
Well, the clock started, interestingly enough.
This could be the last play. Full house backfield. They're going to go with their bread and butter. They're going to throw it up. Number 13 throws deep, and it is
incomplete. And they knew. You see who they had back there covering them. They had Calvin back on 33.
Yeah, I would have Calvin as the deep safety on any play right now.
Hayden Jones is the man that they've found a couple of times, so I'm sure Calvin knows where he is at all times. As there's 4 seconds left, so one more play to go here in regulation. We still are unsure how overtime works.
Well, we're going to find out in about 4 seconds.
Indeed, sir. Unless there's a penalty of some sort that makes us have an untimed down, Coach Ron Welliver is absolutely correct.
Everybody, even a broken clock is right twice a day, Jason.
Okay. That's one way to look at it.
Okay, it's 2nd and 10, but with 4 seconds left, this is the last play of regulation. Unless something, a quick out goes out of bounds, but I can't see that happening.
All right, they come up under center here. The wing is to the left and right, one back in the backfield. They'll split the tight end out to the split end side now. Telling each of the players what to run. They'll go quickly. They'll go twins. Maybe they'll run a trap play. I don't know. Probably not, but I would. Flanker to the left. Quarterback rolls back. Pressure. Throws one up.
Deep throw. He's out there.
Intercepted. Intercepted. This play will go until he is tackled. We'll see what happens. That is a live ball regardless. And he is still on his feet. Breaks a couple of tackles. Finally being pushed down. As time expired.
Gotta love David Butler. He didn't want to go down. He wanted the pick 6. And what a great effort by Butler and a great second half.
There will be no overtime. Both teams will meet at the 50 unless they're calling them back. Great effort by both of these teams. What an enjoyable game. And the best game of the day thus far. The teams will meet at the 50-yard line for a well-deserved handshake. You hate to see it end in a tie, but really neither team loses this one as Nashua battles back and Exeter gives you everything they have. We will end in a deadlock 14-14 tie. The varsity version of these two games is coming up, so don't you go anywhere. You are watching live on the Highlight Guy. Jason Roby, Ron Welliver, Steve Cody, all here bringing you the action all day long and long into the night. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages.